So after the market, we went to the beach.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
still a little you forgot I just remembered this. I am a believer that some cold water is good for the body. So I was like, "We're going in the water." Well, I said, "I'm going in. You guys do what you want."
Yes. But the thing that you missed, which was quite essential, was how to get in the water.
Okay, right. So where we were at the beach, there's some reef, okay? And there
Yeah.
were some waves.
When
So
you
to
say
get in,
reef, you mean
yeah.
rocks, like
I mean,
really dangerous rocks
yes. So
that
it's
could break
actually
your ankle, snap
so it's
your
ac
shins. No, you were just like, come on, guys, let's go.
exactly.
Got your kit off
Exactly.
and off you went. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the British English podcast, where I, your host, Charlie, try to give you a culture-based conversation and inadvertently come up with some British English or just English phrases and advanced vocabulary, like that word, inadvertently. That's a bit advanced, isn't it? While having the culture-led conversation. And in this episode, I am reminiscing over a trip I had to Barcelona with the person that I actually went to visit. So let's go into that right now and see how that person is and why I went to Barcelona to visit her. So Bree, hello. You doing all right today?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. It was 9 a.m. for me when you asked to start the recording. And that was a bit early for me, to be honest. But you get up really early, don't you?
I get up really early. We know these things about each other
We do.
because you came to visit me. And I knew that 9 o'clock would be a bit early, but I thought, you know what? It's just the time that it has to be, so he can make a bit of an effort.
Exactly. Yeah, you let me into your home. I've got to do at least that. But it is 10 a.m. for you, I will just add. But, we'll move on. I think we should go back to a year ago where
Okay,
we met.
let's do it.
So how did we meet? What was the reason? Can you remember?
Yeah, I reached out to you and I said, "Hey Charlie, I listened to your podcast. It's super cool. Let's talk.
Okay.
Could you come on and tell a story for my
Okay.
podcast to tell a story?"
Yes. And
Yeah.
so I told a story and we worked together on building that story. And that
Yes.
story was all around, not shame.
No, no, it was not about shame, but it's very interesting that that's how you remember it. In fact, let me tell you, the story was about making mistakes and how do we handle those mistakes. Most of us, when we make a mistake, we just want to cover it up and forget it, I think. And actually, when we make a mistake, we need to just be like, "Hey, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. And is how I'm going to make it better." And you told a very funny story. And you really tried to cover it up at first. And it really got you in a funny situation. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Loved that story.
that was very
Um,
stressful. I would encourage everybody to go and listen to that on your show. So Into the Story is the show. And do you know the episode that they could search?
I will get you the link, but
Okay.
I think they'll enjoy it, and I think it was through probably working on that story that we became closer friends. Because I think when you tell a personal story, you actually show a lot of who you are and you tell little things about yourself. Through that, I got to know about your wife before actually having met her, and got to know a little bit more of your personality, your humor style as well. You tell the story with so much humor. So,
Kind of you. Yeah, I agree though. The process of working out a story is a very personal experience. And yeah, we definitely bonded in a way that I wouldn't necessarily with somebody who just comes on to share some travel stories in the moment and then they leave the show. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So then we kept in contact
mhm.
and then I don't know how it came about. I think Stacey, because you were speaking to my wife Stacey as well, weren't you?
Yeah, exactly. So Stacy helped me with something. She was kind enough to give me some of her time. And I probably mentioned, "Hey, guys, if you ever come to Barcelona, I'm here." And then when I met your wife, I was like, "Oh, she's cool. She's so nice. I would love for them to come and visit." So I was like, "Hey, if you ever want to come, we have a place. Come stay with us." And I think
I see. I
that
see.
was
So
the seed.
it was Stacey that got us there, not me.
That was
But Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, come
I mean,
on, come
I
on.
remember she got off the call and she said, "Oh, Bree's got a lovely place in Spain," and she said we could go visit them. So I was a little bit like, "That'd be amazing," because I really like getting away from London in the winter. But there was something that I was just a bit nervous about, being that we had only met each other online. I'd like to add that I've already used some rather advanced vocabulary that I want to teach you. So, what I've actually done is created a PDF lesson pack that helps you really get comfortable with these phrases that I'm using in this episode. So, I highly recommend grabbing that free PDF right now, and then we can continue the fun whilst being 3 times more likely to remember the vocabulary I'm exposing you to in this very video. To get that, scan the QR code on screen right now, or click the link in the description, show notes, or comments section. And when you click that link, it will take you to this page. Fill out your name and email so I can send the PDF lesson pack directly to your email inbox. Like, what if you don't like us there? I don't know. It's just a bit, it's very trusting, I suppose, to let
It
somebody into
is.
your home.
Yeah, it's it's very true. It's now we people like you and I who work completely remotely, we a lot of the people we collaborate with, we only know each other online,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Which is really cool. It's really cool to meet someone in this type of space, of course, like professional domain, but then also only through, online meetings. So then like crossing and saying, "Hey, why don't you like come to my house?" And it's not only that it's just me living in my house. I have a husband and 2 small children. It's like a big thing. So it
Yeah.
is like I think we're not used to having to trust like that or trusting like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, you were welcoming us not only into your physical house but also your family, and
Hmm.
that was lovely. But yeah, I was slightly apprehensive about saying yes for your sake, I think.
Oh no, not at all, not at all. But let's
But
go to what about you? What from your side, was Stacy like totally like, yeah, let's go for sure? Was she like, that's a bit weird, Charlie?
I think we're very snobby with like where we want to stay. We've had some horrendous house sits in the past where we look after dogs, and some of the places are like penthouses, and we're like, we're living here for free, this is amazing. And then one of them was like a hoarder's house. it was
Oh
it
my
was
God.
horrendous. We got bed bugs, there were cockroaches everywhere. There were probably about 100 cockroaches in the kitchen every time we went in.
Oh my God.
And when we went to stay, the lady was like, "Oh yeah, just smush them with your thumb." That was her solution to that.
And you
So
thought I was gonna be that lady.
no,
Like
but
Bree is totally that one.
we've rolled the dice before and we've lost, so we've been a bit hesitant. So now we're quite snobby. And then you sent us the link to your Airbnb. We're like, "Oh my God, this is gorgeous!" So we flew over, and then yeah, we met your family, and your boys are so welcoming. They're just so like, "Okay, you're part of the family. Let's go and let's explore the whole house and show you everything straight away."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember when you were, when it was the week of your arrival, I was watching the weather, hoping that it would be like nice weather for you. But as soon as you got here, it got cold. I remember it started getting pretty chilly. The day you arrived, it was nice. I remember my boys, we were cooking dinner. My boys were like waiting, like, when are they going to be here? Kept
Oh,
checking.
I've got a question. What did you
Yeah,
tell them about us? Like, what did they know
right.
of us?
That's important. So I told them that I have friends coming. And when I have friends coming, usually it's really close friends that they will, or like my family that they will like go downstairs in the morning and like get into bed with type of friends.
Wow.
So I was like, they're really close friends, but it's a friend that mommy works with, and they're coming to have a holiday and enjoy themselves, and they're going to be alone sometimes. So I really like tried to put the limits around personal space.
Yeah, they did
And
like coming down and interacting with us, but
mhm.
they were good. They didn't get into bed with us.
But it could have happened. They could have also entered in through like the bathroom when you were having a shower or something. That's happened before.
Actually,
So
I think it right at the beginning, I nipped down, and your husband went down to get something from the kitchen, and he went back through the bathroom, and I was doing a wee. Oh, hang on.
we just met too
Just that.
fast.
Yeah.
I really remember. So the kids are waiting for you to get there, and then you guys arrive. I was like, oh, this is gonna be like, and this moment when you meet someone for the first time that you've met online, right? It's
Right.
like, wow,
Yeah.
I wonder what
Yeah.
this is gonna be like. And I just remember thinking that. And you rang the doorbell. You came, hey, how's it going? I gave you a hug. I gave Stacey a hug, and I was immediately so relieved
What? Just
because you were both what I imagined, right?
okay.
Like when you meet someone you don't know, maybe like you're taller than I thought you were. Not that you look short
Come
online,
on. Someone
but I
else has
mean,
said that. A student has
really,
said that who came to an immersion course. They were like, "Oh, you're a normal height."
like thinking that you're really short.
I
Maybe
don't
it's
know.
because
Yeah.
whenever you do a collaboration with someone, you try to make your bodies like in the right frame, right? So
Oh, I
that
see. So I should
right,
be
like
up here.
you should be like towering over me. So I was relieved because I like, oh, they're normal people. They're what I thought they were. So I was so relieved, immediately at ease. And then we shared dinner together, and we just, yeah, it was such a nice first night.
Yeah. I think quite soon after that, you said, "Do you want to go for a hike in the morning?" And we've already established we get up at different times in the morning. But I felt like you were asking us to get up at 5 a.m. Was it 5 a.m.?
No, it was not 5 a.m., Charlie. Oh my gosh, not
What
crazy.
what
I
time
mean,
was
I
it?
wake up at 5 a.m., but I don't expect you to wake up. Well,
It was dark.
it was a sunrise hike.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was 7:30.
7.
Yeah, we left here. We left the house at 7:15.
Really? So yeah, we went on a hike, and
Hmm.
my God, you can get up a hill.
I can get up a hill.
You really
It's good
can.
to be like small, you know? Your height doesn't help you like getting up mountains. Before we went, Stacy did mention that you can complain when it comes when it comes to hiking.
Yeah, I like a hike as long as there's a good view. And if it's a bit slow and we're just looking at our feet the whole time, I sometimes think, what's the point? What's the point in this? But you did go at such a pace that it wasn't slow, and you took us in a route that was genuinely, I was fearing for my life at times. Like there were moments where we were going over these bridges where we could have
Yeah,
fallen to our death.
we
And
could
then
have.
on the way down as well, you were like a mountain goat. The way that you just like traversed down through these routes. If
Yeah,
I had
I
followed you, I would have not succeeded.
again the height. You've got a higher center of gravity, and I'm just lower to the ground.
And you also forced a very unripened, what's the word? Unripened fig on me.
Oh my
You plucked
gosh.
it from the tree and you're like, yeah, I'm a local, have this fig. And it was gross. It was really bad.
That is not true. It was not gross. And we can speak about food later. There was a fig. One was a little bit harder, one was a bit softer. And me, I eat figs, I eat the whole thing because you want to get the fiber, right?
Yeah. So you introduced us to your local friend, Spanish friend. So let's just clarify: you're Canadian by birth. You moved over 15 years ago. So you're
Mhm.
very immersed in the culture, but you're Canadian by birth. And then we met your Spanish friend, Maria, and we went on a hike with her. And she goes even faster than you.
She's insane.
She is insane. And then you told us to eat the whole fig. And then over your shoulder, when you were looking the other way, she was like, nah, don't.
Don't eat the whole thing.
She's like, we don't eat the whole thing. We do not eat the whole thing.
I don't know what to say. Maria obviously doesn't know that there's a lot of fiber in the skin of figs.
There's probably a lot of fiber in the skin. Do you eat the skin of the banana?
Well, we'll let people decide there. I mean, bananas definitely not. I think they actually put like some very terrible pesticides on bananas, but those figs
Oh,
were
right.
grown in nature in the hills of the Mediterranean Sea, and you obviously couldn't appreciate that delicacy.
No, I did drop it when you weren't looking. Yeah. But yeah, you took us back down and then we went for a nice coffee. First cafe con leche in a while.
Right there in San Jaume, there on that terrace. I love that
Yeah.
terrace.
Yeah, it's lovely, lovely. And I can imagine you doing that on a weekly basis, doing that hike and then going for a coffee. I did hear something about Spanish coffee recently that I don't know if you have noticed, but I heard somebody complain about Spanish coffee. He was like, I've been to loads of coffee shops and I can see that they're doing it through the espresso machine. And then when I get it, it doesn't taste how I would expect an espresso to taste. And he said, since Second World War, apparently they rationed espresso beans or the bean, and they cut it with sugar. And when they roasted
Claro.
the bean, the sugar burns, and so does the bean. And this cuts it basically, so it's less potent. But over the post-war, the culture became used to that taste and held on to it. And apparently, it's still around today. There's a word for it. It starts with a T. I can't remember it, but I might find it. Do you know anything about this?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about. This is a brand new story for me, but very interesting. I do know that when I buy coffee beans, there's two types. Actually,
Oh, is
you know
there?
what?
I've just found the word torrefacto.
I've never heard that word,
No?
but you said it very well. Good word.
Okay.
But I have seen on the shelves something, I think it's called mezclado, like mixed or something like that, and there is sugar in it. I have never bought it. But my theory, so when you go to a nice, well, let's say Italy. Italy has good coffee. Most anywhere in Italy has good coffee. And if you go to a really hip cafe in Barcelona where they have, they measure the coffee, they have the perfect temperature, it's amazing.
Yes.
But in most what they call bars here, where you get a coffee, the machine is dirty. And when a machine gets dirty, it heats up too much and it burns the coffee. And it starts tasting, it almost tastes like an ashtray. It tastes terrible and very bitter. And that's what most coffee will taste like, for me, I'm sorry, in like a regular bar
Yeah.
in Spain. Yeah.
Yeah. I can second that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had that
Fortunately.
lovely cup on the
Mixed
No.
mixed with milk, it's fine, right?
Yeah. And then you took us on a really nice day. It was really fun. So you took us to the market, the
Yes.
locals market.
Yeah,
And
the farmers
there's-
market.
There's something about it also, how we were chucked in your Jeep with your kids and you were just rolling down the narrow streets of the hills overlooking Barcelona. And then, into the local market and negotiating with the Spanish about the price of some salad or something like that and a rotisserie chicken. And then I really liked how community-led it was because I saw how the boys just ran off and you were kind of fine with that.
I don't know. I don't know if that means something about my parenting.
Well, I really liked
but
your
you're right.
parenting style, but
Yeah.
it's very different to my sister's parenting style.
Yeah.
And they had this corner at the end of the market. Can you remember what was there?
Yes. So every other week at the market, they set up these like traditional games. They're all wood. For example, like a jumbo set of Who's Who. You know Who's Who, the game?
Yes. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Things like that, or things where like throwing a ball through I don't know, something. And here all like the community, right? The market itself, they put together these types of events for families. And you'll find this a lot in all of Spanish culture, in all of Spanish towns and cities. A lot of the offer will be for families, very like wholesome, community-based activities. So that this is
Liked it.
true. Like Spain is
Yeah.
amazing for this to have a family.
It was also noticeable how it wasn't like capitalized. It wasn't like
Right. It's free.
put in a pound and then you get a minute on the machine. It was all just, I don't know, people who have them at their home and then they bring them to the market. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm not sure who organizes it. I'm sure it's probably paid for by the market in some way, but really you'll find this in a lot of spaces. And even
Yeah.
in Barcelona, that's like a very, of course, Barcelona is driven by tourism. In the off season, you'll find a lot of these types of things that are catered towards families and just the community in general.
Yeah. And then what did we do after the market?
So after the market, we went to the beach. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
still a little, you forgot, I just remembered this. Okay, so even though it was getting cold, so it was mid-November, starting to be later November, it, I am a believer that some cold water is good for the body. So I was like, we're going in the water. Well, I said, I'm going in. You guys do what you want.
Yes. But the thing that you missed, which was quite essential, was how to get in the water.
Okay, right. So where we were at the beach, there's some reef, okay? And there
Yeah.
were some waves. So
When you
to
say
get in,
reef, you
yeah,
mean rocks, like
I mean,
really dangerous rocks
yes.
that could break your ankle, snap your shins.
So it's like an old reef that's dead and it's covered in like slimy, very slippery
Slippery. Yeah.
moss. So then picture like waves coming, and
Sort of
I've done
waist
this
height waves crashing at you on that point. So
exactly.
yeah, terrible
That's
positioning.
what it's that's what it's like. So what you have to do is you have to wait until there's a little break in the waves, and then you have to like jump in and tread like very shallow until you get past the break. And
Yeah.
I didn't
You didn't tell us.
explain
No, you were just like, "Come on, guys, let's go."
exactly.
Got your kit off and off you went. And I followed suit and kind of was very close to breaking my ankle, but managed to get over a wave and get in. I looked back and Stacey was like, "Oh, okay, we're doing this then." I
Wait.
didn't.
Before that, I saw so I got in and I saw Stacy standing there with her sunglasses, and I yelled, "No sunglasses!"
Yeah,
Or I asked you to yell or something. She
yeah, yeah,
didn't
yeah.
listen.
No,
She looks
she's
good
got
with the sunglasses.
no, but she's a mole without sunglasses. Like it was very sunny, and she literally cannot see. She's got very sensitive eye. I don't know why,
It
but
sounds like a very British thing. Like you don't see the sun and your eyes are just so sensitive.
but
So
yeah,
poor Stacy was trying to get in.
yeah, she was
She was just getting beaten
tossed and
by
turned. She
by
was
the waves.
ragdolled around,
Yeah,
and
that's very true.
we she did manage to come out, and then we spent some time relaxing in the freezing cold ocean. It was very refreshing. I was very happy, and
Mhm.
I enjoyed it. I was just worried about how Stacey would get back out, and she didn't do well. And I think she got out, and she was ragdolled again, and then got sand in her hair and everything. And then I was out before her, and I could see two Spanish people pointing and laughing like a comical kind of reaction to a skit or something. They were just. And she did not look good. I felt like if she was a celebrity, a paparazzi would have loved to
It
take
would have been
photos of her.
the perfect photo.
Yeah.
But she laughed about it, and she was
Yes,
like, "Oh, I'm glad we did that." And at
exactly.
least she was a little bit down the beach because we were with a little group of people, so they didn't see her.
That's true. That's true. Yes. Yeah, it's true. It's good to do it. And your slogan fits in well here.
Uh, you either have a good time or a good story to tell.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, nice one.
So yeah, that was a fun day, and it was nice to kick it off like that because we bonded with your family very quickly through
Hmm.
going to the ocean, getting wet and the market and stuff, and then we came back and you introduced us to a Spanish omelette. That was a nice experience. Feel like you tried something new with that, didn't you?
Hmm. So a typical Spanish omelet, a traditional Spanish omelet, will usually be, well, I don't know, maybe I'm going to get myself in trouble here, but you peel the potato and then you slice it and you fry it. I did not do that. I peeled the potato and then I cut it in pieces, boiled it for some minutes, and then I lightly, like, kind of sautéed it. And that's what I did
Ah,
differently. That was the
okay.
big difference. I also used caramelized onions. So when you cook the onions on like low temperature for some time until they get delicious.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. Raoul, your husband, was the probably the connoisseur to be able to judge whether it was successful or not. Did he?
Yeah.
Did he
Yeah,
kick
he
up a
was
fuss?
he didn't rave about it, which is honest. It was fine.
It was
I would say like it was like a 6.5,
a
maybe
6.5.
7.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also his mother, of course, my mother-in-law is a very good
Ah.
tortilla de patatas Spanish omelet maker, so I can't compare to that.
Yeah. Is that quite hard to live up to sometimes?
Yes, I made paella 2 nights ago. I made like a vegetarian paella instead of the typical seafood paella. And I was so proud. I made it with ChatGPT. And because
Okay.
paella is very specific, every ingredient needs to go in at the right time. And then the rice, it's almost like it has a mind of its own. And I was so impressed with myself. And he was like, yeah, it's good.
Oh,
I was like, that's all? He's like, yeah, it's good. I was like, okay, I'll take it. It's honest. But yeah,
does he compliment you greatly when you do something good?
yes,
Okay. Yeah.
yes. But that's kind of the price of honesty. It's the
Yeah.
same, like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
how do I look? If he's like, yeah, it's good, it's fine. You're like, okay. But then when someone gives you a real compliment, like, wow, you look great, you do.
Yeah.
So I think honesty is important, but sometimes it stings. It hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. No, I think it's good to be honest, but it's also rude to be honest if you're a guest in their house and they're feeding you. I'm
Are you
joking.
wanting to tell me
I know, I'm
something?
joking. I'm joking.
Oh,
But you only, what I'm pointing at is honesty is probably only reserved for people that like are constant in your life.
do go on. Yeah,
I just mean, if I had found it bad, which I didn't,
you wouldn't say it.
it would be so unacceptable to ever say that, right?
It's a tough one. I mean,
Surely.
so like my in-laws have come to my house before and said, "This is not good." I made
But
my
you're,
son's first year, like his first birthday cake with like oatmeal and all these things, and my mother-in-law told me it tasted like dog food, like with a straight face. I was like, wow, that is honest.
right. Okay.
But you wouldn't be able to say that. No, I would throw you out for sure.
Interesting. Culture, I suppose. Spanish, bit more brutal,
Yeah.
bit more honest.
Hmm.
Yeah.
For sure.
As this is the free version of the episode, we're going to leave it here for today. But yeah, I used a load of intermediate to advanced vocabulary in this very episode. And as always, I have gone ahead and created a load of resources to help you not just understand the language, but be confident in using them correctly yourself. The most comprehensive version of these resources that I have made for you is available by joining the Academy, where you'll get vocabulary breakdown videos, interactive exercises, weekly Zoom classes with me, and personalized writing feedback, again, directly with me. I highly recommend giving this membership a go because I offer a money back guarantee. And I've been building it for over 6 years now and refining it as I go. It's now better than it ever was. The community is thriving and leveling up their English as I speak. And we're all having a lot of fun together. Plus, it's the main way to support this show. So if you like listening to the episodes, then joining the Academy helps me continue with the weekly broadcasts. To find out more, go to thebritishenglishpodcast.com/academy. Option 2 is to join the premium podcast, where you can unlock the full version of over 250 episodes, along with the official transcripts, extended glossaries and flashcards. Again, the membership really does help support this show from going under. And for that, go to thebritishenglishpodcast.com/premium. And then finally, I have made a free resource for this episode that goes over some of the essential vocabulary in a way that helps you to get active with your studies. So you can scan the QR code on screen right now, or click the link in the show notes, description box, or comments section to get your hands on a lesson pack that will 3x your likelihood of remembering the phrases I exposed you to in today's episode. So if you click that link, it will take you to this page. Fill out your name and email so I can send the PDF lesson pack directly to your email inbox for free. But yes, we will leave this one there. Thank you very much for listening to the end of this. I appreciate your listenership. Have a lovely week. My name's Charlie, and I hope to see you again soon on the British English Podcast. Bye for now.